So now let's get to the last point I want to talk to you about, which is career choices. And of course, there's no real right or wrong career choice we can take, but there are certain things we can take under consideration when it comes to deciding what kind of direction we go. So what we have to understand is that there are certain decisions we can make that will help us get into a better direction and to realize what is actually within our capacity. Because I know we think of, oh, we can achieve everything in this world, and we just feel like kind of lazy, or we feel like, oh, why are we not doing this? We have all this opportunity. But this is where I'm saying we're not above others, as in we don't know everything. We might know everything better, but we don't have the energy to do so much more. So we're actually in a race with everybody else to create a life that's like really good for us and for the people around us. And we don't have to prove ourselves in any matter to others, although sometimes it does help you to get some kind of recognition, of course. So the first choice you have to make is if you want a career or if you want a job that's gonna give you more excitement or more contemplation. And I definitely think we should go into the more contemplation type of work, as in don't choose work that really ask a lot of labor of you, like really physical labor of you, from morning to evening, like really where you definitely have to do something all the time. It's very exhausting to us. Rather choose a job where you can actually play with ideas. And there's no, as I said, there's no like real, this is the one job you have to take. And of course you're not going to be probably not going to work construction if you're an INFJ. Probably for ESTPs it's different, like they really like doing this and it gives them energy and so on. For us it's very exhausting, and we're not really deciding if we're going to be a philosopher, if we're going to work into construction. But if you have like jobs where you have to decide if you have to definitely be like do sales all the time and really be like active, or if you have like some kind of job in the back office where you kind of like really think of concepts, I probably would choose the one in the background where you can really think of things. The other thing I can definitely tell you should do is choose a job where you don't have to work consistently. For example, if you choose, like, that's why I'm always saying choose something that has to do with some kind of how's it called? Like an expert, like be an expert at something. Have like look for jobs that give you more freedom of what you decide what you're gonna do, and where your tasks are not really like looked at this specifically. Because I know about myself, and I know other INFJs can't really work consistently all day long. We can work really, really well and have these great ideas within 2 hours, and then we need 1 hour to kind of like relax and not do anything, or kind of just take a break, or just like calm down. So if you have also choices where you have to decide, do I choose something in that direction, rather choose the one where you don't have to like really consistently do something, and where people know what you're actually doing. The more complex of things you choose, the less people know what you're doing, and the more they're just gonna look at the end result. And once you like really bring a positive end result, something they want, then everybody's happy and people are not gonna be so concerned with what you're doing. Also, detailed work is not our strength. When it comes to editing, when it comes to really looking about like really detailed work, we're not gonna be as successful in comparison when we choose a job that is more about big pictures, big picture ideas, and so on. And then, the people you surround yourself with, do not like. We have to understand that other people come from different point of views as well. What they want for their lives and so on, this is their thing. That has nothing to do with us in that matter. So don't take everything so personal. Don't judge their behavior in that way. Think of how you can help those people around you and the people above you to get what they want, and so you will get what you want. But make sure that you really don't sacrifice certain rules that you set for yourself, as in how harmoniously, like how much harmony you want around yourself. And I also said that in the last video. It's very, very important, not in the last video, but I did this in 2 takes, but in the beginning, what I said is that some people are nearsighted. They think about what's going on right now, and we think about only what's going to happen back in the future. Do not sacrifice 2 years of your life because then something is going to be good. Other people, if people are nearsighted, they're always going to think about that moment right now. And what they need to do in order to grow is also think about what kind of consequences their actions have for their future. What kind of consequences does it have for them that they only think about what's going on right now? And at some point, either through you or through other people, they're gonna fall on their face and realize, oh, okay, I need to do that. I need to look into the future. I need to like really not just concentrate on that one point right now, because this really brought me pain. We mostly learn through pain. And for us, it's the other way around. We always think about only what's going to happen then, and we don't care what's like really happening in the meantime. And through pain, or hopefully through, also knowledge and understanding, we realize that we also have to take under consideration, how do I feel today? Every day is significant, is important, and you need to like create something that is really good in this overall thing. Like, don't think if you just like kind of lay back and you let others like really push more on you, and they see that they can't like really hurt you that much, and they will stop. They won't stop, because stopping would mean that something's not wrong in their analysis, and they can't do that. People only learn through mistakes, through failure, and so on. And so you do have to fight, in order to create that good ground for you. So as I said, I've talked about all those kind of steps you have to take under consideration when it comes to choosing a job you like. And if you stick to these rules, you kind of like gradually are going to get to a place where you have a job that you like. As I said, it depends so much on what you're like really good at, what kind of like just specifically, not the INFJ things, but things that you personally have a specific preference in. It depends on what kind of possibilities you have. Some people are born with a lot of money, can go to great schools and have a lot of different opportunities than somebody who didn't have these chances. But that doesn't mean that you can't create an optimum for yourself. And you do that through looking into these things. And if you're at a job where you feel like you push, and above you the people just like kind of like don't let you have it and push you down, let me tell you right now, go somewhere else. I'm like, you want my opinion, you want my advice, leave that place. Like, I'm saying it this directly because I know in the end you're gonna decide for yourself, but they're not gonna stop. The more powerful you get, the more or they will put a front. They're not gonna allow it, because you can't like really talk to your boss and put him down, because the minute you do that, you'll get fired. So you have to look for people above you who are really eager to help you, who want to make you a better worker, a better employee, a better person. And so these are things you always have to take under consideration, and understand that you can't change people just by making your needs more clear. Some people are always going to want to fight, and you might see that as weakness, but that's what they have to do in order to survive mentally. They need to fight. For them, it would be, if they like really don't fight, then it's like they drown. They need to fight in order to be alive and to like really get somewhere. So for us, it's different, and we have to understand that people are different, people have different understandings, and that mainly we have to watch our own back and create an environment for ourselves that is positive. Because I see like people around me, I see my friends and what kind of jobs they took, and so many people are really dissatisfied with their jobs, and have to look at other things because they were just like drained from working so much. And then there's me, who never worked that much. I never worked more than 40 hours a week. I always chose jobs that, you know, weren't like on the number one priority list of everybody, and probably wouldn't win like a popularity contest, but I've gotten like into a really nice position that I like because I didn't care that other people didn't like what I'm doing. I didn't care that for that moment it didn't bring me the prestige other jobs could have brought me. I just thought about having having an emotional atmosphere that is stimulating enough for me, but at the same time not really stressful. So that's how this whole thing happened. Okay, this is it for now. As I said, next time I'm going to talk about those socionics, the economies. There are things like if you're nearsighted or farsighted, if you're declaring or asking. There are just like a lot of things that actually define you so much more, and it really helps to understand how to deal with certain people if you're like in a tricky situation and you want to you want to win at that point, that everybody gets what they want, and especially that you don't get run over. You can use those things or the knowledge that these things bring in order to win in the situation. So we talk about it next time, and have a nice week. Bye.